down. Welcome to your Saturday morning workout. Inhale up, reach up and lift. Hi, Patrice. I thought you were like, peace out on those push-ups. Exhale down. All the way up. This time, really lift and lengthen. It's okay. I'll just keep an eye on you, and we'll work it out.
Okay.
All the way down. This time, when you come down, tuck underneath. Drop that crown of the head. Hang on to your legs somewhere, and just fold deep so you get a nice hamstring stretch here. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, fold a little deeper. Get your hands down to the ground and walk yourself out to a plank right here. And just rock back and forth across on your toes so you get a little ankle massage and start to activate the core. Breathe. Then lunge that left leg out into a runner's lunge right here. And you're just going to just move back and forth, open up the hips, and then reach up to the sky. Stretch it upward and stretch out the torso, the chest and back, as well as the hips. Come back down to your plank and do the other side. Start with a little movement to open up the hips. We want to sort of just oil the joints right now, grease up the joints with a little movement, and then reach and lift. I think the proper name for that is like synovial fluid. I don't know. Come on down and go through that 2 more times on each side where you're gonna lunge, twist, plank, lunge, twist, plank, as fast or as slow as you want, just starting to really breathe and stretch and strengthen. Good. Hi, Maria, where are you from? Oh, you're muted. If you want to tell me, you can just unmute yourself. Otherwise, you can just hang out.
Hi, Maria.
All right. Hi, Maria. All right. Pause in your plank position. You're going to step your feet into your hands, your feet right behind your hands, and you're going to be sort of in that forward fold. Then we're going to do a deep squat, and you're going to just come back to a hamstring stretch, squat, hamstring stretch, and just go back and forth between a squat and hamstring stretch here. And then you're going to stand. So you're going to go down, squat, stand. Hamstring stretch, fold, bend those knees, squat, hands up, and stand. And just do 2 more rounds of that on your own. Yeah, nice. Feel the activation in the glutes and quads, and really shoot those arms straight up. 1 more round. Good. And then now hold that squat and drop forward into like a push-up, and then push back up and just hold back. Drop forward, come down, catch yourself, and start to sort of prep yourself for a little pushing up. Find that in the chest. Yeah, and just really do let yourself like drop and catch yourself. And then add a little stand. Come down, drop into that mini push-up, squat and stand. Good. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's stand up and hop it around a little bit. Get the juices flowing and literally just hop. Little ankle bounce right here. So if anyone has any spouses that they want to join, feel free to invite Raul. You can invite Anne. Calling out people's boyfriends and girlfriends. All right, take it into a little boxer jog. Take it into a little jack. And we're about to get started. For those who missed the description, we're doing a total body weight HIIT workout. Feel free to modify anything you need. We're gonna do 4 moves for 40 seconds each. We're starting with scapular push-ups. So here it is. You're gonna come down and be in a plank position, and you want to just literally do a tiny little scapular push-up. So you don't actually drop down. You're just activating the scapular, almost like you're doing a pull-up, a tiny little pull-up, if you were to just Sometimes you can do this where you hang on the pull-up bar and all you do is activate the back muscles. So this is called a scapular push-up, and we're just really starting to activate the back muscles. So you want to feel like you're able to drop down and push back up without actually bending your elbows. You don't bend. You can get like 1 to 3 inches of depth just by letting your shoulder blades drop down and then pushing back up. And it looks like you're dropping, but you're not bending your elbows. 3, 2, 1, up on your feet. Nice job. You're gonna squat and step. Squat, step. It's like squat kick more so, but this is called a squat step move. So drop down into your squat, lift alternating legs, and go for it. You're here for 40 seconds. So you can turn this into a little bit of a kung fu kick or just a knee extension. The important thing is that you keep moving because we're here for 20 more seconds. Deep squat, long knee extension. Use the core, use the glutes, use the quads. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, this move kind of cracks me up. You're gonna take an ankle in your hand and do bicep curls with your leg. And believe it or not, you can really activate the bicep this way. If you want some balance, hang onto a wall, hang onto a person, but you want to just squeeze up. And even though you're not able to curl all the way up, just that little bit of a pulse and activation is better than not working those biceps at all, which is hard to do with no weights. Other side, switch it. So you're working that balance and you're working that bicep. You're also recovering your heart rate. Keep that going for 10 more seconds and really squeeze and activate and pull that ankle up. And you're getting sort of like a bonus hip and glute stretch too. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we've got a plank walkout. So you're gonna be in the plank at the top of your mat, then you're gonna walk it out to the back of your mat like an extended plank. Then you're gonna walk it back forward to a regular plank. So tiptoe back, tiptoe forward. And that is it. Just keep walking that plank out to an extended plank and walking it in to a regular plank. And if you're on your elbows, Patrice, go ahead and do some hip lifts for me. So right here, you're gonna work your abs by squeezing, and squeezing. And really bring it up to a pike position. So this is a great move for you to do. Everyone else is still walking it out. Try to extend your body as long as you can so you feel like you're gonna almost collapse flat on that floor. 3, 2, 1, and good. All right, take a sip of water. That was our first round of our first circuit. We're gonna do that again, and we're gonna build on this. This is sort of ramping up. So the push-ups are gonna become deep push-ups, but we're gonna start again with those scapular push-ups. So once again, find it, and again, notice my elbows are not bending, I'm just going boom. Just that little bit. It's really a mind-muscle connection here to get in touch with the space between the scapula, allowing the scapula to rise up as your torso drops down, and then pushing back up. It's literally 3 inches of movement. And Patrice, I'm trying to think of a variation for you.
This one wasn't so bad for some reason.
Okay. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Back up for those squat steps. Here we go. Squat and step. Squat and step. You're going to feel it as this builds. So the most important thing is go deep and lift high. Get the squat deep. Get the lift fully extended. Full range of motion makes those muscles work the most. And these are your big leg muscles. So you get a big burn by activating and challenging them. Woo! Keep going. 10 more seconds. Really push for each rep. Go deeper, go longer, go higher. 3, 2, 1, done. Breathe. All right, let's do these bicep curls. I do think this is a funny move, but it's something, if nothing else, that's a little entertaining. Still works on your balance, still activates your biceps, and gives you that bonus stretch. And play with holding it up and squeezing for an isometric hold for here. This time, hold it up. 3, 2, squeeze it higher. 1, and let it go. Other side. Just be glad we're doing this for our biceps and not what Raul suggested. He emailed me some sort of push-up where your hands are like this for a bicep exercise.
Thanks, Raul.
Just be glad we're not doing that because I tried it and it was hard. 2 and 1. All right, Patricia, on your plank types, everyone else, really walk those extended planks out, 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 and then walk it in. Let's go. And if your space is too narrow, move some furniture. Because you do get your body gets really long when you go beyond your regular plank. You might even be longer than your mat. That is a good thing. It's a lot of core strength to hold your body in an extended plank close to the ground and still walk it back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, grab a sip of water. All right, so talk to me, Patrice. What are you, you're looking to protect what with your push-ups?
My wrist. I can't flex them enough to push myself.
Okay, so you said that these scapular push-ups were okay for you, right?
Yeah, that was fine.
Do this on your elbows.
Okay.
That's gonna at least give you core and back work.
Okay.
And then feel free to jump in on whatever push-ups we're doing.
Okay.
Everyone else, you're here. You're going down, down, up, up with me. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. 1/3 down, 2/3 down, back up and up. Down, 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 up, up, up. Go slow, pause, find that core work, push through the chest. Good, keep going. I want you to take a pause during 3 different sections of your push-up. Pause, pause, then you're at the top. Pause, pause, then you're at the bottom. Pause, pause, then you're at the top. Keep going, you're gonna feel that burn right through your shoulders and your chest and your core. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, up on those legs. Another balancing type of move. Set you up for single leg squats. These are called shrimp squats. So your hand can be doing whatever. You just have one hand holding your leg up. So you're able to do single leg squats in a more connected way than if we were to do pistol squats. So you're just here bending as shallow or as deep as you can today. 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Good. Strong ankles, strong knees, balanced hips. Good. And again, you're going to notice a difference from one side to the other unless you are perfectly symmetrical in every way. So just notice that and work with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Give me a horse stance where you're in a squat. So you're holding a squat. You're gonna reach and row, reach and row, reach and row. So when I see this, I think of Tai Chi when they're like, shh, And they do these Tai Chi moves. So you're just gonna, again, really activate those scapulas and squeeze like you've got a cable in each hand with 50 pounds on the end of it. And you're rowing that 50 pounds with your back. Doing these back rows. Now let's alternate, one at a time. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, keep the shoulders low, keep the quads bent, and keep rowing. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Down on our backs, the crunches, legs elevated, hands behind the head, squeeze, 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 squeeze. You're lifting and looking at the ceiling and lifting the chest, drawing your chest towards the ceiling. Good. Keep your lower back pressed to the ground. Now what you're going to do, you're going to slow it down and you're going to drop one leg at a time as you crunch. So as you come down, your leg comes down. As you come up, the leg comes back up to meet the straight leg. So scissor those legs as you crunch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. I know that was a little coordination on that one. All right, take a quick rest. And just to show you that again, it looks like this. You're going to go basically like this, and then like this, and then like this. So it's just lifting and lifting at the same time. You're resting now. We're going to do that whole circuit again, starting with our push-ups in 5 seconds. So grab a sip of water if you want. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Top of the push-up. Down, 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 up, up, up. Good. Every single stage is a little challenge to stay still and to be able to keep moving after you stay still. Resist the urge to push all the way up and just push an inch, an inch, an inch. Keep going. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. You can continue with the shrimp squats, but if you want, you can start to try for these pistol squats, and we're just gonna do half pistol squats. So that just means that your leg comes out in front versus in the back to prepare you to be able to drop all the way down to the ground eventually. But the most important thing is you are just lowering, bending, extending, bending, extending. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Nice Patrice. Good. Keep that going. Woo! And you'll notice that there's no jumping versus other times I've taught this. Because Zaki's neighbor got angry and said, "You're gonna break the ceiling." So I'm creating this workout to even be possible for those with creaky floors and old neighbors. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Get into that deep horse stance. Let's go, alternating back rows. One at a time. Palms face one another and just squeeze, 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 squeeze. And I want you to take a moment at the back and do a extra isometric pulse there. Where you go a little deeper. Now both hands together. Make sure you're standing tall. Imagine it gets super hard as you row. This back half of that is a real deep squeeze. Yeah. 3. All right. Done with that. Remember, you're going to come down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Let's go. ground. We're going to get these over with, and then we're just going to do crunches. So we're just 3, 2, 1. Put both legs together like it's one big leg. Glue your legs together and crunch. Straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up. Light fingertips on that head. Good. Now hold it up and squeeze and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and put it down. Breathe. Time to drink some water. We've got our transition into the next circuit. All right, 2 circuits are done, guys. We are rocking and rolling. We're going to start our next circuit with Spider-Man push-ups. So that means you draw your elbow all the way up to your knee as you drop down and then push back up. Now, we've done dragon push-ups where you just put your foot up an inch and then you can still come down with your foot on the ground. Feel free to do those as well. Otherwise, you're lifting your foot off the ground for a Spider-Man. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, or spider push-ups. Spider push-ups, alternating, lifting that knee towards that elbow, and then pushing straight up. Keep it centered. If you get tired, keep the foot on the ground for what is known as a dragon push-up, where it's just maybe half of the intensity of a spider push-up. Keep that going for 5 more seconds. Love that. 3, 2, and 1. All right, come on back up. We've got squat cross steps. So you're gonna squat, boom, squat, boom. Let's go. Just squat deep, step back, squat deep, step back. When you step back, you're gonna feel that glute squeeze. Just step it behind you and stand straight up. So you get that glute squeeze, and on the outside of that thigh, of that leg. Good, if you can speed it up, you'll get more reps in. But don't forget the squeeze. That's the most important part. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, we've got dynamic squats next, where we basically go down, up onto our toes. Squat, up onto your toes. So instead of jumping, you're doing just a toe lift, which is really just as intense as jumping if you do this with quick reps. So this is our little plyo cardio blast. You are dropping into a deep squat, extending arms and legs onto your tiptoes and trying to turn over as many reps as you can. Keep that going. Nice. Yes. 10 more seconds. Power finish. Let's go. Breathe. Use your breath. 2, 1. Down to the mat for abs. You're going to take your right hand to your left foot. Sit up. So it's hand to foot, hand to foot. If you need a variation, you can do a bicycle. But if you can sit up and extend your leg, you're there. Let's go. 20 seconds on one side, 20 seconds on the other. It's easy to start to feel it on your legs. Try to put the work into your abs. 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. So one leg stays on the ground while the other hand, while that hand goes to the opposite leg. One leg, one hand on the ground as a little bit of support. Yes. Perfect. Nice. Yes. All right, Raul, 5 more seconds. Get them in. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Breathe. All right. Okay.
I appreciate Mikkel's breathing to know that I'm not the only one dying over here.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Mikkel is very verbal with his heavy breathing. All right, Patrice, I'm going to do these scapular push-ups with you. Everyone else, you're on those Spider-Man push-ups for the last time, or dragon push-ups, okay? Patrice, we're here on our elbows.
Okay.
And drop, and drop, and drop. Good. I'm observing. So Patrice, keep those hips and abs up so that you're not dropping them. You're dropping the entire thing using your back as the lead. Go for it.
Okay.
Yep. Yes. Much better. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Woo.
Squat, cross step. Squat, cross step. Squat, cross step. Yes. So find that squeeze in your booty. If you had to squish something between your butt and your hamstring, which is the back of that thigh, you've got like 100 pounds of torque happening there. That's what we're trying to do. When you stand, it's powerful, and you've got some real power between those muscles, squeezing. 5 more seconds. Keep it going even faster if you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last time for each of these moves. Dynamic squat, toes to squat. Let's go. Let's get those twinkle toes and then get that deep squat where we're sitting into like a kid's chair. This chair is so short. And you shoot up onto those toes and get taller than you actually are. Feel like you're 6 feet tall up there. Then drop down as low as you can. And find the power of pumping those arms. Literally driving, just like running. The arms are such an important part of it. It's not just for show. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Almost there. One more exercise of circuit 3. Here or you're here. Let's go. The important thing is you're doing one side at a time. Just lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Think of your body as opening and closing, opening and closing. Take that arm behind you. Good, switch sides. Good, switch sides. Woo. Use that opposite hand to help you. Yeah, it's good. Love that. So Patrice, that right hand's on the ground. Bring that left hand behind you every time. So you're really opening and closing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Oh my God. Does it feel like the heat is on in everyone else's place too?
Yes.
I cannot open this window anymore without breaking some fire codes. Breathe, sip some water. We have one more circuit left, and we are done with the hits, and we can go to ab attack and stretch. So let's go for dive bomber push-ups. So dive bomber push-ups, you're in down dog. Come down here, scoop up, and either come right back to down dog, or scoop backwards into the down dog. All right, any questions on that? Do you want a variation, Patrice, or you want to try that?
Oh, I need a variation for that.
Okay, no problem. Everybody else do your dive bomber push-ups. Patrice, we're gonna go back to these scapular things.
Okay. Okay.
You were doing good with that, so we're gonna do that 2 more times just to seal the deal.
Okay.
Everyone else, dive bomber. Let's go. 40 seconds. You are feeling this in your lats and in your core. Pretend there's a little cubby hole and you're getting your head through it. Good, Patrice. Yes. Yes. You don't even have to go down so far. Just whatever is natural for you to do a little engagement right between those shoulder blades. Oh my God, that looks so good. Keep it going, guys. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. So when you do these dive bombers, pretend there's a little portal, and you got to go through the portal with your whole body. All right, next, we've got curtsy squats. You're going to take that leg off to the side, come down, stand. So we're doing sort of like the second portion of the exercise we did earlier, the squat cross step. We're just staying in the cross step. Curtsy squat, curtsy squat, curtsy squat. So you should be able to sort of see your foot peeking out. If you're on a clock, that's either 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock, off to the side. And each time you stand, you feel that burn right in the back of the butt. Stand till your knees are both straight and bend till that back knee touches the ground. That's it. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch sides. So again, take that foot off to the side and see if you can get that back knee all the way or at least close to the ground so that when you stand, you feel that squeeze. The deeper you go, the more work it is to lift up from a lower position. But you can totally do a pulse as long as you do the squeeze at the top. Good. Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got sprinter lunges where we're going to be here and we're actually just going to step back, 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 back. So it's not a jumping lunge. It's just switch feet, switch feet, switch feet, switch feet. Let's go. Woo! Nice. 15 more seconds here. Just alternate. You can do a little hop if your floor and your neighbors allow, but otherwise you just go into quick feet switching. 3, 2, 1. Nice. All right. Last exercise, abs. Squeeze, release, squeeze, squeeze. You're in a plank, and then you're in a pike. Plank, pike, let's go. Pay attention to both positions, okay? Let that hip land in a plank, not below the plank, but in the nice, strong plank position. So you're in a pike, you're on your elbows, Mikkel. Your elbows, there you go. Now lift your hips up, then come back to your plank. Good, 5 more seconds. And you can totally hold a plank as well at any point. Looks good, Caroline. I just see your booty bobbing up and down. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Grab a quick sip of water if you want. We're doing our last circuit for the last time. All right. So remember, dive bomber push-ups. Be careful to go through with everything coming through that invisible circle. And if you want, you can just push straight back. All right, so here we go. 3, 2, Patrice, let's see those last set of scapular push-ups real good.
All right.
Yep. Everyone else, let's do some badass dive bombers where you really focus on that form and challenge yourself to try to push back through. But once you cannot, please just do the modified version. Good. Keep that going.
Woo.
Yep. We're almost there. Yep. I don't know what just happened to my watch. It's totally wonking out on me. So maybe we got to do this for another 40 seconds. Just kidding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I did have to use my internal clock a little bit on that one. All right, here we go. Get ready for your curtsy squat. Square your hips. Take one off to the side. Find your set point. Please keep yourself squared forward. The only thing that's off to the side is your leg. Try to keep your hips and your chest squared. And then do that squish at the top where you try to crack a nut between your butt and your hamstring. Find that almost like a piston, squeezing powerfully to the top of that move. Yep. Good. Nice tall posture as you just drop vertically. Down and up. 3 and 2 and 1. Other side. Off to the side. Find your squeeze point and go ahead and hit that point 25 times in 25 seconds. Little pulses work as well. Most important thing is that squeeze at the top. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. This is it. Sprinter lunges. Boom, switch, switch, switch. Let's go. Go as deep as you want or as shallow as you want. Use those arms. Take it seriously. It's the last, second to last move. Yep. Nice. Ten more seconds. You are sprinting. 3 and 1. All right, walk it together. Walk it down to your elbows. Everybody's doing these. Squeeze at the top, squeeze at the bottom. Let's go. During the pike, the crown of your head is down to the ground and you feel like you're almost upside down. And that abdominal muscle is doing a contraction, then releasing and contracting to help you land in a perfect plank without sagging or dropping below plank position. Hang in there for 5 more seconds. 4, nice comeback, Mikkel. 3, 2, and 1. Good, beautiful. Oh, wow. Grab a sip of water. We're going to transition into ab attack, where we're going to attack our abs for 5 minutes. Just straight abs. Hang in for as much as you can. Any questions? Okay. First move is a crow crunch. So you're going to bring the hips up, bring the knees to your triceps. Like we're doing a crow in yoga. So in yoga, you do this with your hands on the floor, and you sort of lift it off the ground. Right now, you're just going to lift the hips and tap your knees to your elbows, to your triceps if you can. Keep your eyes up and think about the reverse crunch that's happening here. Good, and you want to keep the lower back on the ground. Yeah. Yes, I love it. Everyone's doing so good. 10 more seconds of crow crunches. And the hard part is when you lower, keep your back flat. That's the work right there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time for some TikToks or windshield wipers. If you've got the space, straighten out those legs and drop it side to side. So lift to the top, drop to the side. If you want to modify, you can bend the knees. Otherwise, you're here with straight legs, full windshield wipers. Keeping your hands out to your sides like brakes. Keep that going. Let's wash those windshields. See if you can get the full range of motion. Yep, hit the ground on both sides if possible. Good, and this is working your obliques, your waistline, the sides of your abs, making them strong enough to lift both legs, the weight of both of your legs. 5 more seconds. Let's wash it up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next move, we've got butterfly crunches. Put your feet together like a book. All right, the soles of your feet together like this, your knees out like this. And you're going to bring your knees and your elbows toward one another like a butterfly. Good. Elbows are out, knees are out. So you've got like a diamond in your legs and in your arms. And then draw the two diamonds together as you lift your hips. Keep that going. And think about the reverse crunch that's happening here. See if you can tap those feet back to the ground while keeping your lower back flat. Good. And if you want to modify it, don't lower it all the way. Just go halfway and then come back up. There you go. 5 more seconds. Nice, strong crunches here. 5 double crunches. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go with those hand to feet one more time. So let's go alternating hand to feet. Alternating hand to feet. Go back to this move that is such a good all body move and all core move. We've only got less than 2 more minutes of ab attack. 10 more seconds. Let's do these alternating. There we go. Nice, Raul. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a quick stretch, arms long, legs long. And we're going to take those reverse crunches. And we're going to go ahead and do something. So you're going to just do a double crunch here. Now it's going to be a lot easier because you're going to keep the knees together. So go ahead and give me a double crunch, double crunch, double crunch. You're just going to tap the toes and drop the head or the shoulders. All right, now stay at the top and hold yourself like a little ball and extend just the legs and then drop everything. Double crunch, legs extend and drop. 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 Double crunch, legs extend. Yes, Raul. Nice, everyone. And drop. Next progression, double crunch. Arms and legs extend into a hollow hold and drop. Double crunch. Hollow hold and then drop it. Double crunch. Hollow hold and drop. Double crunch. Hollow hold and drop. 2 more. Double crunch. Hollow hold and drop. Double crunch. Hollow hold and drop. All right, find that hollow hold. We got 15 seconds. We're going to do some hundreds right here. So let's pump the air right here as we stay in a hollow hold position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. We're going to 100. 8, 9, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Stretch. Arms overhead, legs long, and we are going to wind it down. So just allow your body to release those tight ab muscles. Take a deep breath, fill up the diaphragm, and then exhale. Good. Let's come up to our feet, and let's start with a short vinyasa flow. All right, we're going to just keep a little bit of movement going while we just really lengthen and stretch. So start with an inhale up at the top of your mat, and lift the face as you do that. Then come to an exhale down as you forward fold. And then you're going to take an inhale as you come up halfway. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, deep fold a little further now. And then you're going to place the hands down, step or hop out to a plank, drop down to a tricep push-up or a chaturanga, sweep up into an up dog, exhale into a down dog. Right there, you're going to just lift one leg and just circle it around, and then lift the other leg and circle it around. And then step back, and let's do it again. So think of connecting the inhale with an opening pose. So inhale and open. And then the exhale goes along with a closing pose. So exhale and fold or close. Inhale up halfway, you're still opening. Exhale, close and fold. And then place hands down, plank position, inhale. Exhale into a tricep push-up or chaturanga. Inhale into an up dog. Exhale into a down dog. Good. Do whatever you want here, whether it's walking the feet out or doing that ankle roll side to side. Good. And let's do that 1 or 2 more times with a little bit more speed or just intensity. So you're gonna, just a little more flow, hop it up. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, down. Hands down on the mat. Inhale to plank. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Good. And just pedal it out right here. Good. And go ahead and just separate those feet, walk them apart. Drop the head. If you feel like swaying, feel free to do that. Get a nice shoulder stretch by pressing into the mat, and get a nice calf stretch by driving the heels into the ground. Good. And then we're just going to drop down into a tabletop right here. So just find a tabletop. And we're going to do some hip circles and start to open up the hips. So just in tabletop, do some hip circles. And you can turn off to the side if that helps. You can drop down to an elbow, but really just allow that hip to feel some fluid moving through those joints and go in the other direction. Yep, and you're gonna feel a little glute burn maybe. This is a form of a glute exercise, but we're focusing on the hip opening and moving. And then let's go to the other side. And go in both directions, and go small, go big. Nice. All right, pause and just watch me for a moment. We're gonna do this thread the needle with a little bit of extra intensity. So you're gonna take one arm up, you're gonna lift it up, then you're gonna dive it under. You're gonna take the other hand and drive those fingers into the ground. So you get a real deep twist towards the ceiling. So let's try that together. On your hands and knees, lift your left arm out so it's just nice and straight out to the side. Then you're gonna twist it up to the sky. As you let your whole body naturally twist with it and gaze up towards the ceiling. Hold and breathe and twist deeper. And then dive it under, tuck the head and shoulders into a deep thread the needle pose. Take the 5 fingers of the opposite hand, push into the ground, and go as deep as you can, and look up towards the sky or the ceiling, opening your chest up and holding and breathing. 3 and 1. Come on back, and let's get the other side. Arm out, open up, get that deep twist through the upper back. Dive it under first, thread the needle, and just tuck a nice tuck underneath the head and shoulder, and then open up that palm and take the other hand into the ground. And when you do that, you really release the pressure off of your body, so you're not sinking into the ground or pushing into the ground, you're lifting off the ground. And just really deepen that twist so that you feel like you're almost pivoting to the ceiling for 5. Breathe. And 1. Very nice. Okay, let's stay where we are and get into these tiny little joints that we don't pay much attention to, like our toes and our wrists and our forearms and our ankles. So just stay in all fours and tuck your toes and start to lift off your knees so that you can rock back and forth on your toes like this. And just start to find a little toe stretch here as you almost try to articulate onto every digit of the toes. Then you're going to just sit back with your hands off the ground. You're going to bring your hands behind you so that the weight of your body now sits on your tucked toes, and you get an even deeper toe stretch here as you lean back and just hold that. That's all you need to do to really flex and stretch those toes and get a nice little healthy pressure on there to almost strengthen them. And if that's too intense, you can like take some pressure off, just like come off of the weight a little. If you want more, you can lift off the knees and just play with lifting off the knees. And we're just gonna hold this for 5 more breaths. Good. And then walk it back to the front. And let's turn those hands towards ourselves so you get a nice forearm stretch. And we're just gonna open up the wrist a little bit here. So just sit your weight forward now and lean into your wrist and your forearms, and then start to rock back and forth. The fingers are facing your knees, and you can do little circles in both directions. As you lean back is a deeper stretch. As you lean forward, it takes the pressure off. So just play with that like we did with the toes. Very nice. Three, 2, and 1. All right. Now we're going to go into a hamstring hip flexor flow. So we're going to stretch out the hamstrings and the hips. You're going to kind of get into this like staggered stance here so that we can lift up and get a hamstring stretch and then come back and just relax. So just find this little like runner stretch here where you're just gonna come up into like a triangle, support yourself with your hands, and then drop that back knee. And then just keep going through this motion where you try to get a little deeper over time. And you're just lifting the hips, straightening that back leg, and folding the top of your body over that leg, and getting a real deep hamstring stretch in that front hamstring. Good. Now we're going to add a twist, literally. You're going to do an external rotation. So you're going to twist your toes out. As you lift, you're going to twist the toes out. So it looks like instead of your toes staying straight up, you're going to just twist it out. Twist it out. Same motion, just with a little twist, keeping everything else the same. So do an external rotation of that toe as you lift. Good, and then go for an internal rotation. Take it inward as you continue to pump that hamstring stretch. And then come back to the center, lifting the toes straight up. There we go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, other side. Oh, actually, before we do that, let's do a quick hip flexor stretch. So keeping that same position, you're going to just drop forward into a hip flexor stretch right here. So just hold a deep hip flexor stretch. You can have the hand on the knee, and you're in the same position that you were when you were in the triangle. Good. Now you're going to lift the hand that's on the same side as the hip flexor that you're stretching. So if your left knee is back, your left arm is up. Yeah. And you just deepen the stretch a little bit more. You can lean back to deepen it. And you just want to stay centered. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. If you want, you can grab the back foot and get a little quad stretch here as well, if that's there for you. Otherwise, you can just come on back down and let's switch sides. So you're going to switch sides, and we're going to go through that flow again. You can feel this hamstring might feel a lot tighter. We're going to get it just as nice and open as the other hamstring. Begin by just pumping, gently by repeating this hamstring stretch. Triangle position. Then begin the external rotation, where every time you straighten, you turn the toes out. Straighten, turn the toes out. And you can do this in any speed, so no rush. But also if you want to go fast, you can go through it. Start to turn the toes in for an internal rotation as you lift. And feel how that just sort of hits your legs in a different place. Come back to the center and feel how that might be much more open than the earlier. Good. Go ahead and land that foot and press forward into that hip stretch. Flatten the foot behind you. Let the toes rest. Good, and just go as deep as you want in that hip stretch. Then bring the arm up. Start to really open up that posture. Stack the spine and even lean back if you want to go deeper. And just hold on to that. 5 more breaths. Keep reaching. Beautiful. 4, 3, and gently bring it down. Very nice. All right. Let's go ahead and drop into just a little child's pose here as our finishing pose. So you're just going to hold child's pose. Walk those fingers forward. Sit the hips back. And then walk the hands to the left and get a side stretch here in child's pose. So you're going to hold the child's pose, but just walk the hands as far as you want to get a side stretch in the body. And if that means an inch or a foot, as long as you get a nice, strong stretch along the rib cage, you're good. Over to the other side. And you can really dig into the ground and get a nice deep stretch. Good. All right. We only have a minute left to meditate. So let's lie down, guys. We should feel nice and sweated and stretched. Let's go ahead and just tie this all into a beautiful knot. Lay into Savasana, meaning just corpse pose, actually, but it's a beautiful rested state. Breathe. Place your hands, well, keep your palms open and just breathe. And I want you to, with each breath, create a visual of your happy place. It could be anything, anywhere, with anyone. And really be there. Like, how does it feel? How does it smell? How does it taste? How does it sound? And I'm going to give you a full minute to immerse yourself in your happy place. And it could be real or imagined. Just stay here for another few seconds. Go ahead and place your hands across your body right along your center line and just feel this feeling and believe that your happy place is there waiting for you and wants you there as much as you want to be there. Take a final breath. And come on up when you're ready.
Good
All
job,
right,
Carolina.
happy Saturday, everybody. Good job. Thanks for the
Bye.
Bye.
Nice to see you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.